Dr. Julie Merriman, it's always wonderful to see you.
Thank you so much. It's great to see you.
I'm so glad that we are reframing this conversation about the midlife crisis, because just the other day I was with my teenage boys and we saw a man of a certain age literally in a red convertible, and I muttered, midlife crisis, and they were like, what's that? so we've heard that this is, the 40s or the 50s, when we're in our 40s or our 50s, we get to this age where some of us are behaving in certain ways. Right. So what is exactly the typical what's happening during midlife?
Right. So much is going on during midlife. I think what really hits us is we wake up one day and go, is this it?
Yeah.
You've worked your whole life, you've pushed and pushed. I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do this. And then you wake up one day and you're numb and you're like, my God, is this all there is that's left? So I think that's where you see these red sports cars coming in and proving that I've still got stuff to give. But the research is showing we are at a place that we are showing up bigger and better.
So is a midlife crisis actually a real psychological phenomenon, or is it more just of a cultural myth that we've sort of adopted?
Girl, I think it is a cultural myth. And what I'm finding with the people I serve, it's much more about nervous system regulation. And I'm going to, for women, we really look at hormones. And oh, we're in these hormone crises. But our nervous system is so overloaded by the time we hit 40 or 50, and that estrogen is no longer in our brain, giving us that nice buffer for tolerance. We wake up to ourself, if you will, and we realize that our nervous system is so overloaded. We have been the one. We are responsible for everyone emotionally, relationally, mentally. And at 40, 50, we're like, we're done.
We're tapped out.
We are so tapped out.
Thank you for reframing that, because it makes a whole lot of sense. I hear the word, oh, your nervous system, control your nervous system, and we throw that term around, and it's tough to really wrap your brain around it and know what it is and what to do with it. So you've given us something to work with, our nervous system.
Nervous system, and I know that's very abstract because we can't just take it out and look at it, but it really, when it's overloaded, our body constricts. I mean, have you noticed sometimes you're like this? That's your nervous system really being in survival mode. Fight or flight. You think, I want to run. Some saber-toothed tiger's chasing me.
Right.
And it's a very important, so that gives us something out of the abstract to really think, okay, I'm feeling this. And when we get into our 50s, it's a time to give ourselves permission. We don't have to push ourselves so hard. We can come into ourselves and relax some. If that even makes sense to say relax. The women I work with, when I say you have to take 5 minutes and do absolutely nothing, look at me terrified.
Like you have 25 heads.
Like I can't do nothing. And they don't know how to be comfortable in their body if they're not doing.
So then what is there a solution? Is there something we can do to sort of turn the switch?
Absolutely. Doing nothing.
Doing nothing. I was sitting here. Is it really plausible?
It is plausible. It really, but you have to stop slow, because you don't want to totally blow up your nervous system.
So and I wonder why that is, why it is more difficult for women than men.
Well, it's because, as
we
I
do
mentioned,
so many things. We have so many buckets that we're filling.
Constantly, and who's going to fill them if we don't? They're not going to get. We think. But I'm 63. I've discovered those buckets get full. Even if I'm not doing it anymore.
Even if you're not the one doing it. Okay. So how can we reframe midlife to make it something that we look forward to instead of something that we fear?
The reframe is that we don't have to perform. Women, and maybe it's not just women, but so often we learn that our worth equates our performance. And we're so busy performing, and we lose sight of who we are in that performance. So I have found midlife, I reframe it as this opportunity. It's this homecoming to ourself, to excavate our identity under all this performance we've done for so many years. And that the true self, that homecoming, is so yummy.
And liberating.
Liberating.
It is liberating.
Absolutely. And you will find those buckets get full. And I could get all into this, the little control things we do and so forth, but if we let go of that and just allow ourselves to come home to ourselves, our real,
and do nothing.
Now, which
very hard for women who are trying to be productive and trying to do all of those things, but I like this. I like come home to yourself is a really good way to frame it.
And when I say do nothing, I'm not talking about all day. I'm saying for 5 minutes, sit and breathe and really put your hand on your tummy and ask, because feeling safe in your body is very important. And when we've been pressuring ourselves for so many years, our body doesn't feel safe anymore.
That's right.
So really asking yourself, do I feel safe and what is it that I need?
That's right.
And that touch is very important.
I love it. We have just scratched the surface. Thank you so much, Dr. Merriman. We appreciate all of your insight. Really, really helpful for all of us. You at home, for more information, you can follow Dr. Julie at Dr. Julie Merriman on Instagram, and then pick up her book wherever books are sold.